Look at you. It wasn't ever broken. I just didn't put enough juice in it last week. Hello, bubbleheads. Welcome to the Megan Gailey Bubble Machine. I am Megan Gailey, and we're back in the backyard. It's nice out. The sun's not in my eyes. The air is good. I'm not sweating. This is the life. I have a new Daisy cup. Hey, girl. Ah, thank you from a fan. What the are you doing? From a fan and a friend. You can have those. You can have those. Oh no, my neighbors are out. I just feel embarrassed that they can hear me. Like, what's your neighbor doing? Filming a YouTube show for herself? Like, the NBA playoffs. We are still in the conference finals. And gosh, there was a day without basketball. Trying to catch up, trying to get them on the same time frame. So now both the Western and Eastern Conference Finals are at 2-1. Miami is up 2-1 and the Lakers are up 2-1. Ooh, I felt like a dealer. So, gosh, yeah, I guess they're becoming interesting. I still think it's going to be Miami and Los Angeles Lakers in the finals, but I'm enjoying watching. On Sunday night, Anthony Davis, a 7-footer, a big guy, hit a game-winning 3-pointer. Wow. My husband cried. I think I wasn't here. He said that he screamed for 4 minutes. So very, very exciting. So happy for LeBron. LeBron's like, I get a little time off. Not time off. I mean, he's still playing like 40 minutes. But he just has someone else to carry the load. JR jumped in the air. Yeah. Happy for JR to be there. I really am. Every time he comes on screen, it's just a joy in my heart. So, to you, JR. Are there any cuties left in the bubble? You better believe it. If we got teams left in the bubble, we got cuties left in the bubble. This week's cutie is a funny guy. It's Dion Waiters' son. Oh, what is his name? I don't even know his. James? Is that his name? No, that's LeBron James. Take me to the damn website. Oh no, Gail Sayers died. His name is Dion Waiters Jr. I really feel like I could have guessed that. He is, I think he's like 7 or 8, and he was standing next to LeBron. LeBron said, I can hit 100 3-pointers in a row during practice. And little Dion Waiters said, yeah, right. Which is a really funny response from a child to a mega superstar. He's trolling him. And so they had like a fun little banter. Dion Waiters Jr. Reminds me a lot of Dion Waiters. They look very similar. They have really cute, fun pictures together. But he also kind of is giving us the neighbor in Home Alone. You know, the boy that's like standing out in front of the airport shovel. That's like, not shovel, airport shuttle. One episode, could I go without making some sort of stupid-ass tongue slip? Lip slip? Tongue slip. He reminds me a lot of this neighbor boy. He's the one that's like, does this van have 4-wheel drive? Do you know where they're going? I love that kid. And he gets counted as Kevin. And then chaos ensues. So he's giving me that energy. And his dad is not playing, so I guess Dion Waiters Jr. is kind of doing the same amount that Dion Waiters Sr. is right now, which is just hanging out. NFL Week 2. That means an update and perhaps a preview. Oh, Week 2. Lots of injuries. I didn't even necessarily, like, I did predict that, but it's just kind of like there's gonna be injuries, and now people are getting mad at each other and saying there's bad turf, bad fields. Who are the big ones? There's a Bosa, Saquon Barkley, ACL, Bosa, ACL. The Broncos quarterback, something with his shoulder. When I laid eyes on him, I said, never seen him before. Drew Lock? Okay. You say so. Tyrod Taylor had his lung accidentally punctured by the team doctor. Can you sue your own team doctor? Look into it. The Colts, we won. I say we. Like a crazy person, but we suffered a lot of injuries. I even saw a list this week that was like the 21 most important injuries, and it's like 21 is a lot. Usually lists are like 10, top 10, but 21. And then think if you got injured and you're not on that list. You're at like number 23 and it's like no one cares about your knee. That's hurtful. People on special teams, they matter. I am happy the Colts won. We are 1-1. The Tennessee Titans are 2-0. Ooh. I only care about that because they're in our division. I'm sure they'll stumble at some point. Which brings me to a little recap of the standings. I'm sure you guys want to hear everybody that's 2-0. I'm actually really excited. My Wi-Fi is like cranking out here today too. I love water. Just like good ice cold water. Here are the NFL teams that are undefeated. They're just 2-0. There's only been 2 weeks. The Arizona Cardinals, way to go. The Seattle Seahawks, the Rams, wow. 3 of the 4 teams in the NFC West are undefeated. And the 49ers are good. Jimmy G did go down. They're saying he's going to be back. They have to go back to New York, and they do not like that field. Fingers crossed for them. Oh, wow. No one in the NFC South is undefeated. The Saints lost on Monday night to the Raiders. The Bears are 2-0. Be happy, y'all. Be nice to Mitch. The Packers are 2-0. And then the Vikings and the Lions are both 0-2. NFC East, no one is undefeated. AFC North, the Ravens and the Steelers. AFC West, the Chiefs and the Raiders, both sitting at 2-0. And the AFC South, the Titans are 2-0. In the AFC East, the Bills are leading the division. I freaking love that. I learned about a man named Pinto Ron yesterday, and he gets ketchup and mustard sprayed on his body before Bills games. I don't know why Pinto is in his name, but I hope Pinto Ron is happy this week. The Falcons. We'll come back to you. Week 3 preview? I hope everybody stays healthy. I don't want any more injuries. I don't like it. I don't even take joy when a Bosa goes down. It's sad. I hate seeing people get carted off the field. I hate people blaming and they're saying, it's the turf, it's the sod. It's like, oh gosh, now we're blaming vegetation. It's just, I knew this was going to happen though. But just stay healthy, and I am having a lot of fun watching. I'm watching less. I actually, well, if I'm going to be honest, I'm very sad about Ruth Bader Ginsburg passing, and that happened on Friday evening, and it just was a bummer. It's about as sad as you can be when an 87-year-old dies, and I did think this was real for a second. I just wanted it to be. So I was like, okay, you know what? If the Colts lose this week, I got to be done with them. I'll leave them here, and then I'm going to pour all of my energy and time into the election. But then the Colts won, and I was like, well, okay, I guess I got to keep watching the Colts. But I am giving lots of money, and I have signed up to be a poll worker, and I'm doing a lot, as much as I can, while also supporting the Colts. So 1-1, baby, I'm back in. Let's check in with college football. Uh-oh. That's right, Notre Dame has 13 players in isolation right now after a surge in positive COVID tests. I think she's cutting down some trees. So I guess that just lets us know that Touchdown Jesus does not save you from COVID. The Wake Forest Notre Dame game has been postponed, and they're hoping to play it in October, just a few short weeks away, when I'm sure all of this COVID stuff will be cleaned up. Some wonderful news out of NASCAR. I have become a recent Bubba Wallace stan, and I love him and everything that he's doing. He recently left Richard Petty Racing and has now joined a new team that's going to be started by Denny Hamlin. Is that his name? Well, I'll look. And Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is going to be the owner of a NASCAR team, and he will have the only black NASCAR driver as his driver. You really love to see it. Gosh, I've made such a turnaround on Michael Jordan. That's what COVID has given me. It's locked me in my house, but it's changed everything I feel about Michael Jordan, my birthday twin. Hey, MJ. I hope you're doing well with your big pants. Okay, golf? Yeah, we'll talk about it. Bryson DeChambeau. Won the U.S. Open. Now, this man is controversial, and when you hear why, it's kind of funny for golf. He's like bulked up. He's gained 60 pounds in the last 5 years, and now he's better at golf just from really getting big. Golf is so cheesy. This is like a quote. Holy bleep. This is what Bryson DeChambeau has for breakfast. 4 eggs, 5 pieces of bacon, and 2 protein shakes. Throughout the day, he munches on Go Macro bars, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, while drinking at least 2 protein shakes on the golf course. After that, he snacks. I want to know what the snacks are. While practicing before steak and potatoes for dinner. And that's how you bulk up for golf. Wow, I think we're nearing the end. I've been having so much fun. Okay, we're gonna get into onside kicks. Now we have come to sports questions from my friends that don't like sports. This week's question comes from someone who does like sports, but who sent me a really, really nice DM, and I said, girl, send me a question. So this is from Madison from my DMs, and her question is, can you please explain onside kicks to me? Because it seems like the Falcons do not understand. All right, this is what happened on Sunday. The Falcons were whooping the Cowboys' ass, and everybody was having a laugh. Everybody was having a great time. The Cowboys were at home. There were fans there. Jerry Jones was running well. And so it was just fun to watch them get beat. Okay, sorry. It was. And then they have this incredible comeback very, very quickly. They have a successful onside kick, which is nearly impossible to do, and this is why. I'm going to read you these rules from the Wikipedia so I don't fuck up any more of these questions. The kick must cross the receiving team's restraining line. Now, I've never heard of restraining line. It's typically 10 yards. So the kick must cross 10 yards in front of the kicking team's line, unless the receiving team touches the ball before that line, which happened in the case of the Falcons and the Cowboys. A Falcons player touched it, and so then it's free reign. The Cowboys are able to recover it. The kicking team may only recover and retain possession of the kicked ball, but not advance it. So once a Cowboys player has possession of it, he cannot move down the field. He simply has to stop where he recovered it, and then they have possession going forward. God, I feel like a scientist. So, yeah, I mean, the Falcons head coach has come out and said they absolutely did know the rules for the onside kick. I think they just got, confused. There's a lot going on in 2020. It's got to be hard to keep all of these rules straight. They're in that damn big stadium and there's actual fans there. I bet they're freaked out. I bet they're like, oh my God, we're breathing in COVID, and now we got to calculate how far our restraining line is. I'm really sorry, guys. It really brought me back to that Super Bowl with the Patriots. I think you're going to rebound from this, Falcons. I think you're going to be just fine, and I hope this is like a building block. Like, this is, you've faced adversity together and you will overcome. That's it. That's all the updates I have for you this week. Please register to vote. Donate money to candidates of your choosing. If you're able to, continue to wear a mask. And let's all root for everybody to stay safe and not injured and no more COVID. I would say we'll pray for the college football teams, but I don't know if prayer is big enough, because if Notre Dame can't keep it together, then I don't know what I'm going to offer to that. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Please rate, review, subscribe, send me questions. Look at these beautiful bubbles. Eee! Look at you go. I'll see you guys next week.